Okay. Okay, so now it should work. Like, I'm sorry about this. I'm just doing my best to start to stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Okay, so I'm live on Twitch now. That's working. I'm live on YouTube. That's working. All right. Well, that was a. I'm doing my best here. Let's see. Restream.io. Okay. Looks like we are live on both. We have some viewers on both. Let's hope it will continue to work now. So, yesterday I did my Killer SH sessions and came quite far. And the second time around, I finished like 20 minutes before time. So, I was really happy about that. And there is one question that let's see, which one was it? Like, I can't show you all the questions, right? Because it's copyrighted material. So I can't just do that one, but I can maybe share one here. So there's this one question about audit policies that I didn't do. This is the one. So it's about audit logging has been enabled in the cluster. Change the configuration so that only one backup of the logs is stored. That's pretty straightforward. But there is also, you have to log the secret resources and from system nodes log user groups. I didn't do that question yesterday because, yeah, my brain was just fried, right? So I think I'm going to start with solving that question and take a look at the other ones. And then I'm going to do another full round of Killer SH. Probably takes me about 2 hours again. And yeah, see how I do that time. So I'm just giving it a little bit of time. But it seems like the YouTube stream is stable and the Twitch stream is fairly stable now. So that's good. And now I'm curious. I should have some sort of chat. Like, here's a chat. So if I respond here, good morning, guys, then it sends it to YouTube and Twitch. Wow, that's cool. All right, Restream, that's really cool. Hats off to Restream now that I finally got it to work. So it actually has the possibility of sending a chat to multiple channels. That's awesome. Okay. So I can have the chat on. Let's see. Okay, looks like we're pretty stable on Twitch now too. So now I can actually focus on studying. So let's go. Close all of this. And so I have Twitch here, YouTube here. Gonna take this to a new window. Gonna move this to 4. Right. So here is this question about audit policies. What? Nano? No way. I don't want to be in Nano. How did I even open that? Okay, audit logging has been enabled in the cluster with an audit policy located here on the control plane. So let's go to the control plane. And check out the audit policy. Yeah, it just says level metadata. Alter the policy in a way that it only change the configuration so that only one backup of the logs is stored. Yes. So auditing. There is a flag here. So this is useful to do it, to configure what we're actually auditing. But there is a flag here. Here, audit log max backup defines the maximum number of audit log files to retain. So this is configured in the Kube API server. So we need to change this to audit log max backup equals 1. Copy that. Oh, here, audit log max backup. It's already here. So that needs to just be changed to 1. Close that. And then alter the policy in a way that it only stores logs from secret resources level metadata and from system nodes, user groups, and level request response. So then we have to take a look at the docs here. So you set the level here level metadata, and then request response. So, okay. So what you do is, I suppose, from secret resources, level metadata. So like this, copy. Level metadata, resources. Secrets, or what did it say? Resources, endpoint services. These are all, yeah, secrets. So it's lowercase. Secrets, level metadata, and then from system nodes, user groups. So the level is request response. And then from system nodes, user groups. So what's that about? Do I see anything about system nodes here? Oh, here, user groups. So level request response, user groups, system nodes. Just like that. Alter the policy in a way that it only stores logs from secret resources level metadata and from system nodes user groups level request response. So it should only store this. But I remember that there is something. Like, is this all it's going to log? Is it exclusive? It defines rules about what events should be recorded and what data they should include. Don't log events that match this rule. Okay, well then, if I'm only saying log this, then this should be it, right? So how can you get pods all grep API? Has the API server been restarted? Yes, it has been restarted. And well, maybe I should restart it again because I changed the audit policy. So I'm going to move the Cube API server to a lower directory. And then I'm going to move it back. After you alter the policy, make sure to empty the log file so it contains entries only according to your changes. Okay, so you truncate it. So let's see. Tail F at C Kubernetes audit logs audit.log. Okay, get nodes. So okay, so the API server is now restarting. Looks like Twitch is online and okay, that looks pretty good. So the API server seems to be in trouble. So let's check out the logs. cd var log pod cd cube system cube API server. Okay, so there's something wrong with my policy.yaml. On line 6. Okay, so there's a problem with my indentation. Rules. So this needs to be indented once. This needs to be resources. And then group is on that level. And all of these need to be indented once. So now waiting for the Cube API server to get back up. Now that I adjusted the policy. Let's hope it works. Doesn't look like it though. cd var log pod cube system API server. So still having problems with the policy file. Kind, rules, level, resources, group. So it's complaining about line 6. But I'm literally doing level, resources, group. Exactly. Oh, wait. Aha. So group needs to be empty. That's it. No, what? Group is empty. What the heck are you complaining about, man? Resources, group. So at this point, I get so frustrated. I just look at the solution because just tell me what to do because this is just so annoying. I don't know why, but these audit policies are just so annoying to me. I'm just going to skip those in the actual exam and spend my time otherwise. Audit log policy. Okay, so this I've done, max backup 1. I did that correctly. Now we look at the existing policy. So this is almost literally what I have. Except this, I didn't have that either. So level request response, that I have, but they actually have it all the way to the left. Whereas in the documentation, it is actually indented. So rules, and then there's an indentation here. Okay, but let's see who's right. Rules. Right. So level metadata, resources, group, resources, secrets. That's exactly what I have. And then we just need to add level none. In theory. So, and I need to have 3 different SSH settings. Just to get this audit policy thing to work. Like, I can't be using this much time on the exam, obviously. Cube API server. Move it back. All right, command failed. Failed decoding YAML line 4. Found character that cannot start any token. So even this is wrong. Okay, so now I'm just going to copy the entire thing. And let's try again. Oh, and I can't paste it because it's in a different window. Oh my god, this is so freaking annoying. Yeah, I just can't get it to work. I'm sorry. Even if I do the exact same thing that is in the YAML file here, it won't work. So yeah. Fuck it. What other questions did I miss? Score? Yes. 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 Okay, app armor I need to do better. Pod has runtime class name. Yep. Yep. Cluster not reachable. So now the entire thing is just destroyed. Okay. All right. So I've solved everything except for this damn audit policy. And I know that there is another question about a webhook that is very important. That is this one. Let's see, webhook. Image policy webhook setup. I heard someone recently took the exam and he got this question. So before I start another round, I'm actually going to just practice that one because that's not in the killer SH. So it's important that I know how to solve this one too. So let's see. Complete the image policy webhook setup. A setup has been half finished, completed. Make sure that mission config points to correct kube config. So we're going to tmux sat-ovi. Make sure the admission config.json points to the correct kube config. Let's check that out. So that is the admission controller. So I'm on the control plane. So if I check out the Kube API server, then here is the admission control config file, etc Kubernetes policy webhook. Here's the file we're going to check out. All right, so this is the configuration. So let's see what does this look like in the policy webhook. Admission webhooks. No, it's admission controller. Admission controls references. Image policy webhook. Here it is. Okay. So make sure I'm in version 129. So here it is in YAML, but actually here it is stored as a JSON file, interestingly, but it's the same. Image policy, kubeconfig file, allow TTL. Okay, so that's the same. Okay, so this needs to be here in this file. And then Image policy webhook is a type of admission controller that needs to be added to the Kube API server. All right, so make sure admission config.json points to the correct kube config. So that needs to be the kube config of the cluster itself. So Kubernetes admin.conf or kubelet.conf. Let's see, what is it? Path to kubeconfig for backend. Must reference a kubeconfig formatted file which sets up the connection to the backend. The cluster field must point to the remote service and the user field must contain the returned authorizer. So there is a user name of the remote image policy service. So is that also maybe at the Kubernetes? Here, policy webhook. Here's the admission config. Here is the kubeconf. Okay. So it's @c Kubernetes policy webhook. kubeconf. All right. Set the allow TTL to 100. Well, that's easy. All pod creation should be prevented if the external service is not reachable. So this should be false. Yeah. The external service will be reachable under HTTPS localhost. It shouldn't be able to create any pods then. Okay. So this is now set up. And then register the correct admission plugin in the API server. So if I open the Kube API server, then we have the enable admission plugins. And then this one needs to contain image policy webhook. Copy. Image policy webhook. And then admission control config file is set here. So is that all we need to set? Reference the image policy webhook configuration file. Command line flag admission control config file. Yeah, okay. So this is pointing directly to the policy webhook. So there's no other different files. If not, there would be a file here that has multiple configuration files in this shape. Or it can be done directly. Yeah. Okay, so that should be it then. Watch N1 CRI CTLPS. Kube API server has been restarted. So clear. Okay, run nginx, image is nginx. Kubernetes admin cannot create resource pods in API group in the namespace default. So let's see, test your solution. Ah, yeah, it should throw an error. Yeah, that's right. Once that service will be implemented, if it will allow the pod could be created. Oh, so, but it did fail. What? Okay, so I missed something here. So this I've done, default allow is done. Ah, okay. So I didn't configure this kubeconfig file. Ah, okay. Yeah. So here it says server to do, and here I need to add this server. Right. And the API server needs to restart, so I need to do another restart the API server, and then we should be good to go. Kube API server is running again. All right, now it says connection refused. And if I now check the solution, check, it was successful. Yay. All right. So, checking on some things. We are still live on YouTube. And we are still live on Twitch. Does this have any analytics or anything like that? Activity. Oh, here it says the bit rate. Average stream bitrate too high. So the bitrate is even too high still. That's okay. So excellent connection. YouTube is going strong. And let's check out the chat thing that I have here. Here. Here's the chat. Sorry for sorry for interrupting. Yeah, it's fine. Like I'm you're not interrupting. I make sure to focus on my studies, but it's fun to answer some questions here and there. So hello from Uruguay. Hello, Joaquin. Hope you're having a good night. Hello, Lee. Lee is a member of my Skool community. Really nice to see you there. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Sorry for interrupting, but what are the specs of your laptop? I have a MacBook M2 Pro, MacBook M2 Pro, and let me see. Can I about this Mac? Um, Apple M2 Pro, 32 gigabytes of RAM. That's all the specs that I can share. MacBook M2 Pro, 32 gigabytes RAM and 1 terabytes of storage. And it's an amazing machine. I'm super satisfied with it. And yeah, it was kindly provided to me by my work, and it's the best thing ever. All right, so I've been at it for about an hour now. I've done some questions that I didn't get round to yesterday. So actually, no audio. Here, here it says that it is streaming audio though. Anybody else have audio problems? No audio. Even if I share it back here, it should be audio is 100% working. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for confirming that. Um, I'm actually transitioning into cloud security from intelligence, so looking into MacBooks as well. Yeah, MacBooks. I was a hardcore Linux guy. I mean, in some ways, I am. I love Linux, but in terms of it just works, you can't beat MacBooks. Like a MacBook, especially if you also have the iPhone and the AirPods. Like it works together so well. Yeah, I've become a bit enslaved by the ecosystem, so you have to be aware of that. That once you go for an iPhone and a MacBook, it's going to be hard to get out of it. But if you can afford it, it's definitely a very pleasant experience to work with. And also, I wouldn't consider anything else anymore because I'm a creator. And in terms of video editing and streaming and all that jazz, you can't beat Mac. Mac is just perfect for that. And with Mac, I get the benefits of a Unix file system, so I can just have a very Linux-like terminal. Like I hardly feel any difference if I'm on my Ubuntu machine uh, compared to my Mac. So I just have my Vim config and I have everything available to me, and yeah, it's just works really well in terms of terminal applications, and then it is extremely useful for editing and all of that. So yeah, I really like MacBooks. But if I wouldn't be if I wouldn't be creating videos, if I wouldn't be um, needing to record my screen and edit videos, then I would be fine with Ubuntu. Okay, so now I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm gonna have some food and make myself a cup of coffee. And then I'm going to do Killer SH round number 3. That will take me probably 1.5 hours, maybe 2. And uh, I will go through the score of that when I finish that. So taking a break, and I'll be back later. right, getting ready for a new round of Killer SH. Got myself a coffee. Can you show us your mouse? Sure. It's a Logitech MX Master 3. Let's see, Logitech. And HHKB keyboard. So let's see, Instalink. Change the angle a little bit here. So funny. Somebody described me yesterday like a wizard decanting a potion when I was working. That was such an awesome comment. So I'm gonna be listening to some music this time around. Like I don't often listen to music and I won't stream the music because the YouTube algorithm will punish me for it. Um, but what I'm gonna be listening to is Blind Guardian. A Night at the Opera. I've been enjoying that album again a lot lately. So if I play it. Okay. Thanks for all the great content. Well, you're welcome, Neon. Happy to connect. On the trackball currently in HHKB2. Nice. Yeah, I once I went for the HHKB2, I there wasn't just no going back. Like it's just such an awesome keyboard. I'm so happy with it. So unfortunately, I can't uh, stream the exam content because it's copyrighted. Like that would be a bit bad. So feel free to stick around for the motivation, the ASMR, and to have a co-working stream. I'm about to restart the course environment here. Here we go. Continue, and then I'm gonna let's see. Wait, what? Where is the restart button? Oh, it needs to reactivate. Okay. And once it's reactivated, then I can restart the thing. So last time around, I finished in a little bit under 2 hours, like 1 hour and 40 minutes. So maybe I can make it in 1.5 hours this time. That would be awesome. And yeah, we'll have to see how it goes this time around. At least I know I can score the exam before I finish. I thought I had to wait, but apparently I don't. I'm happy I finally got the multi-streaming to work though. I'm now streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, finally. And I plan to do more streaming in the future. Like I've now lowered the threshold. Now I know how to do it. And yeah, I plan to do more kind of co-working and when I'm learning to code, all those kinds of things. I'm planning on streaming more of that in the future. All right, so here's the environment. Now I have to restart the session. So it's creating a new environment for me now. And once that is done, I will start the music and go into power productive coffee mode. Oh, I should actually um yeah, get a glass of water. Is my camera flipped or are you a left-hand mouse person? No, my camera is flipped. You're right. It it seems more natural to me to have it flipped like this. Because if I don't flip it, let's see. Can I do that as we're waiting for the environment to come up? Let's see. Transform. Yeah. Flip horizontal. So yeah. So this is how it actually looks. This is how my camera actually looks. But somehow it seems weird to me to have it in the bottom right corner and then have me facing this direction. Like maybe it's just me, but I kind of like to have it in the bottom right corner here instead of here. I mean that could technically work as well. Now that think of it, but I've always had it down in the right here, and then it seems weird that I'm looking this way, but maybe it's just me. So then I flip it uh, like this. Somehow this looks a bit better. But what do you think? You're right. It does seem a bit weird that I'm uh, having my mouse over here. Oh well. Oh yeah, and about this Ubuntu being bad for content media creation. Um, yeah, so I used to have an Ubuntu machine, and then I got into content creation and everything. And the thing is, there is free open source video editing software available, like Shotcut and all of that, and it works well. But the hardware I had was quite old at the time. I had a pretty cheap computer, and it was just not a good experience to edit videos on there because it was choppy and laggy, and it was yeah. I mean, I wasn't running on ancient hardware, but like this is 2 years ago, and then I had maybe a 2-year-old laptop, so it wasn't ancient or anything, but it just wasn't a good experience. Same with screen recording. It's very hard to do screen recording in full HD and actually be able to use your PC at the same time. Uh, at the time when I was using it, it wasn't working that well, and that's why, like now that I have a Mac, like that is none of that is a problem. like the Mac processors are created for this kind of work, for video editing, for all of that. So I definitely notice a difference there. So impossible, no. And probably these days it's even better supported, but you can't run DaVinci Resolve on Ubuntu, as far as I'm aware. That's only Windows and Mac OS. And DaVinci Resolve is hands down the best free video editing program. Hello, Nikos. So my exam environment has been loaded. So to show you how I set it up, I always go here. And then I go to the Kubernetes docs. Alle accepteren. I'm on a German server apparently, probably at Hetzner. And as you see, this is a super choppy, super laggy exam environment. And this is exactly how it is in the actual exam. So I'm just doing everything in here to get used to the lagginess and the choppiness. But here I have the documentation. And then I have the terminal, which I make a little bit bigger. And then I always edit the bash RC, and I add alias v is vim. And set -ovi for the superior editing mode. And then I enter tmux, and I'm good to go. So you've already seen this question. You have access to multiple clusters from your main terminal, and from the kubeconfig extract the certificate of the user. So I can just do that question. Since I've already doxed that question, I'll do that, I'll solve that, and when I solve that one, I'm going to move to the full camera mode like this, because I can't share all of the exam, of course. So, solving this question. You have access to multiple clusters from your main terminal. Write all context names into here, one per line. So what you do is you do kconfig get context and then o name. So these are all of the names of the context that I have at my disposal. And then I redirect that to this file. And if I cat that file, then I have all of the contexts listed one per line. From the kubeconfig, extract the certificate of user restricted infra prod and write it decoded to opt course 1 cert. So I go to vim.kube/config, and here I search for restricted at infra prod, and here's the client certificate data here. So I copy that. Actually, you have to use your mouse in this terminal. So you copy the cert data, copy. And then if I do vim cert and paste that in. So just deleting everything. So I just have the base 64 encoded string. Like that. And then I do cat cert. So I just get the string. Cat cert, pipe that to base 64-d. And then I get the decoded certificate. So if I redirect that to opt course 1 cert, and then cat the cert Here is the decoder certificate in the file as requested. And now I have solved the first question. So 114 minutes left. So yeah, 5 minutes. And last look at the chat. And then I'm going to go into coffee focus mode. Wish me luck, guys. See you when I take a break. eyes you will believe. You will be. No more God. All right. Well, I have actually solved almost all of the questions. There's one question left. Just have to do a Kubernetes upgrade. And I think I did really well this time. And I have 35 minutes left too. So, wow. Okay. Well, this is a very generic question. Like, I have no issues with like showing this question to the world. This is also part of the killer coda scenario. So I think that's okay to show. So we can do this one together. Now I have to upgrade Kubernetes to 129.0. And actually there is a great, oops, now here, here. There's a very good documentation on this. See, oh, it was already there, lol. You go to tasks and then administer a cluster. And let's see, administration with kubeadm, and then upgrading kubeadm clusters. We need to go from 28 to 29, so that's the one that we get. And I have almost memorized it, but I kind of like to have it with me here as I'm going through it. So let's go to the correct context. Okay, get nodes, and then we go to the control plane. Cluster 2 control plane, SSH. Oops, I have to do it from the main node, of course. SSH cluster 2 control plane. Here we go. And then I can do kubeadm version of kubeadm version. Here we go. And kubeadm is already at 129.0. So I know I don't have to upgrade that. But if I want to check which versions there are, I need to do apt cache medicine kubeadm. And here it says these are the versions available to me now. And then it's kubeadm help, kubeadm upgrade. Upgrade plan, kubeadm upgrade plan. So as it's running these health checks, I can just try here. So kubeadm is at the right version, upgrade plan, and then you upgrade it to .0. So here it says kubeadm upgrade apply. v129.0, because that's what the assignment is, to do it to .0. Yes, I want to proceed. So this is now upgrading to 129. And then, oh, should I have drained the node first? No, it doesn't say that, right? Maybe I should have done that actually. Huh. Oh, you first upgrade it, then you drain it, and then you upgrade kubelet and kubectl. So upgrading the kubelet is, and that command is a bit of a pain in the parse because this command is different. It's very difficult to format. Oh god, these windows are so annoying. Okay. So here's the command, and you have to, let's see, vim update, and then apt cache medicine kubelet. So this is the version that I want. Copy. Delete in quotes. Paste. And then I do yank in quotes. VI quotes P. There we go. So this is the command that I want to run on both of these. So now I have that ready here. All right, so now your control plane is upgraded. Now I need to drain that node. Make sure I'm in the correct one. Okay, get nodes. Okay, drain cluster control plane, ignore daemon sets. So now that's drained. And then you do a restart of the kubelet. Because as you see here, the version is still on 28. Oops. That of course needs to be done on the node itself. And restart the kubelet. No, not restart it. I still have to upgrade the kubelet on there, of course. So copy this. And then on the control plane, I have to upgrade the kubelet. And then you restart it. Okay, these are done. Now I can restart it. So now if I do k get nodes, it's still not. It's still not on the right version. That's strange. Oh my god, I'm on the wrong node. Config workload stage k get nodes. Oh my god, I'm upgrading the wrong node, I think. That's the thing when you are doing these questions and you have to switch all of the context so often. Okay, get nodes. Yep, that was the problem. Okay. Cluster 3, control plane 1. kubeadm version. Right, kubeadm upgrade plan. kubeadm upgrade apply v1 29.0. So now it's working. Yes. Yeah, I can't screen most of the exam because I don't want to share the copyrighted content. That is you don't want to get banned for that kind of stuff. Oh, so we have 3 viewers on Twitch now. That's cool. Hello, Twitch. I am definitely new on streaming Twitch, but I'm expanding my reach. Hopefully, get to help more people with my educational Kubernetes content. So it's taking a bit to upgrade kubeadm, but when that is done, we can restart, upgrade the kubelet and restart it, and then it should show up at 129. And after that, we upgrade the worker nodes. That's just kubeadm upgrade node, I believe. Kubeadm upgrade. Oh, it's not installed here even. Okay, so the new manifests are restarting. The upgrade is going just fine. Okay. So the cluster has been upgraded. But if I do get nodes, it still shows up as 128.5. So now we upgrade the kubelet. And now if I do get nodes, it still doesn't show up because I have to restart the kubelet. Copy. Daemon reload, restart the kubelet. And now, boom, it shows up at 129. Awesome. So K on cordon, cluster 3 control plane. And everything is in a ready state. So now I can upgrade the node. And upgrade Linux nodes. That should be an easy one. kubeadm upgrade node. So SSH to cluster 3 node 1. kubeadm version. It's 129. kubeadm upgrade node. Okay, so now we drain this one. Okay, drain cluster 3 node 1. Ignore daemon sets. It is drained. That means that I can now upgrade the kubelet. And I've learned to prepare this in a different window because it's really annoying to get all of those versions all the time. They are upgraded. And now I just need to restart them. And let's see. Okay, get nodes. Nice, both are on 129.0. And K uncordon cluster 3 node 1. That's it. It's the exam done. And I have 18 minutes left. And I was a bit late in starting too. I took like 5 minutes talking. So the killer SH is a lot harder than the normal one. And I managed to do all the questions and still finish 25 minutes before time. So I'm super satisfied with this. So it takes a little while for the score to calculate. It doesn't. I don't have to wait for this one to be finished, but it needs a few minutes to calculate everything. So I'm just going to take a short break, and then I'm going to show the score. So if you want to see the score that I achieved, stick around. I'll be back in 5 minutes or so. All right, let's see. Let's see what the scores are. I'm still sharing my screen. Hey, Lee, you're still here. Nice. Nicely done. Thank you very much. Well, we're going to see how nicely done it actually was. So let's go for the solutions and score. Yes. And then let's go for the score. 70 out of 73. And as it says here, the simulator is much more difficult than the real certification. Hey, Mom, I guess I'm ready for my exam. Wow. I guess I'm ready, Mom. Damn. When I did the first round yesterday, I was so frustrated and overwhelmed. Like I had no idea. I didn't know I seriously doubted if I was going to make it. But this is very well, I had a good feeling. Like I was about to say this is very unexpected, but like it's not completely unexpected because I had a good feeling as I was going through the exam just now. It felt good, but man, I didn't think I would have an almost perfect score. And there are a few things that I can't I can't solve, or that I think is like this one. That's a question. Like you need to hack the secrets from environment variables and from a mounted file. But this one you have to like get the token of a service account and then curl with that token to the API server from within a pod. And I highly doubt that I would ask you that because, wait, I have the command here. I saved it. Uh, let's see. CKS exam notes. Here, this is the command. Curl and then with H authorization, bearer heading. Like they're not going to ask you to know that in the exam. So that's one task that I just refuse to solve because no, that's just bullshit. Then I configured, I made a few mistakes apparently. And I also did the audit log that I started the day with. Where is it? Here. One backup file of audit logs and the audit policy. So I managed to fix that properly this time. It was a bit frustrating this morning, but apparently I managed to do it this time around. And otherwise, there are no mistakes. So I made one mistake with the audit log, so I can check that out now. And one mistake of this one, and one mistake with the profiling and cube bench. Like I highly doubt that I actually did that wrong. Let's check it out. Controller manager has profiling according to cube bench. So that's question number 5. But I'm feeling so like I'm feeling really good about this. Actually, I can update my counter now. Let's see. Counter. And I can have the counter to 3. So now you see in my screen the counter is 3 in the stream. And Yeah, so let's check out this cube bench question. Apparently, I didn't set the profiling argument of the cube controller manager. That's interesting. cd etc Kubernetes manifests. No, indeed, I didn't set that. Profiling equals false. It's a very easy question, but in my speed, I have made a mistake there. So that one is solved. And then there was one with the audit policy. One backup file of the audit logs will be stored by API server. So let's check it out. There. So I'm almost sure that I let's see Kubernetes. And then it is manifests Kube API server. No, it's in cd audit. No, no, it's not in policy.yaml. It's in. It must be the Kube API server, right? Kube API server. Change the configuration so that only one backup of the logs is stored. Grep backup star. Huh, that's weird. It's in a backup of the manifests in the temp directory. Oh, that's really strange. It's in a backup of. If I grab for it, it's in a backup, but it's not in the API server anymore. That's really strange. So maybe it was actually reset or something that I made a mistake. Well, anyway, I'm just really happy with what I achieved now. At least I got some of them right. And if I go back to my score now I have 71 of 73. Like I'm happy with this. Within the time limit even. I had 20 minutes left. So yeah, I'm feeling confident. So I'm gonna do. What's this? Twitch scam you? What the heck? Someone is spamming in my Twitch chat. Can I? Well, how does that work? Can I ban them somehow? Manage suspicious user. Restrict. I can't just ban them or block. Yeah, block. Go away. All right. So he's blocked. And all right, so yeah, I'm really happy with this. I think I'm gonna do at least one more, definitely one more stream, and I'm gonna take a break because I've been at it for what, 3 hours now? How can I see that? Where do I see that? Here on YouTube, maybe. 3 hours and 20 minutes. So that's a pretty good stretch of studying. So I'm gonna take a break, go for a run, call my mom, and then in the afternoon I'm gonna do another round of Killer SH. And then tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm gonna have the exam. So if you want to do some co-working again this afternoon, check it out. I'm gonna stop the stream now and go for a run and relax my mind for a bit. Thank you for tuning in, guys, and thank you for the encouragement. And I'll see you later.